Alright, this is the Joy of Creation demo. This game was originally released by Nikson back in 2015. He decided to remaster it, I believe, with the release of the Unreal Engine 5. Just so you know, this is not a live recording. I unfortunately was as sick as a dog. I'm still recovering, so I decided to not record audio for my voice while playing through this and just decided to do a voiceover. So let's hop right in. Gotta say, I'm already loving the visuals in this game. Definitely looks like a big improvement. Contemplate? Contemplate again, I guess? A surge, emergence. Again, alright. I need to know more. Okay. Observe. Strange vision, lacking description. Observe again, I guess. Insufficient. The world burns for me. Or does that say turns? Who put me here? A path, a destination. Go on the path, I guess. So I gotta say, this really got me when I first started up the game here. You'll see me enter my Windows tab because I think that my PC has crashed.
Something's wrong.
Something indeed was very wrong here. So this was the start into night one. Didn't really get much of a tutorial. Sort of used up my flashlight battery the second that I got into the game here because I wasn't aware that it was of limited use. And at that, just like flashes. I also don't quite yet understand the fuse mechanics in this game. So if you're not aware, the second that I open up the fuse panel here, we have three different fuses. We have cam 1, cam 2, cam 3, the main fuse, and our flashlight. So for whatever reason, I didn't understand that I could replace my flashlight fuse by clicking on the flashlight, even though it should be a battery. I'm not quite sure why we're recharging a flashlight with a fuse, but later on I understand this. So, and after about 30 seconds of doing basically nothing and just exploring the map here and checking my settings, I finally understand that I just had to replace the main breaker here. So not quite sure why it took me that long. So at this point in the game, I think that the flashlight is on a recharge cycle, and that it's charging every single time I put it in this fuse panel here, which is not the case. You of course have to replace the fuse. So at this point, I basically lost the game because I have no idea how to flash anything. I don't know any of the rules. I mean, I'm assuming that they're the same from the original 2015 release. Obviously, you have to flash Freddy, but I'm not sure if Chica, Foxy, or Bonnie are the same mechanics. So I'm just checking around here, seeing what's going on with the game, checking the fuse panel again, only to see that my flashlight's not recharging, and I'm quite curious as to why. So halfway into the first hour of the game here, I encounter my first animatronic, which is Freddy, and I see that he is moving in real time, which is quite interesting. I go over there to flash him. Obviously I can't because my flashlight's dead. At which point I decide to kind of restart this this game here just to figure out what the heck's going on. I don't actually end up looking up any tutorials. I sort of just try to figure out what's going on with a fresh start here. So second attempt doesn't go too much better. I died to Chica because I have no idea how to recharge my flashlight still. I make much more progress this next time around here. So after your first death, the game decides to hit you with a tutorial. I'm guessing it's kind of just trying to throw you into the fray there, see if you can manage. If not, you kind of just wake up from a nightmare, and then this tutorial screen will play, which teaches you the main mechanics of the animatronics. So Freddy, you're supposed to flash him 12 times. I didn't realize that full rotation meant until 12 o'clock. So yeah, you have to flash him 12 times in this game as opposed to 10 in the original. So I also realized that you have to replace the flashlight's fuse when its light starts to fade away. Chica, she's the same. You have to, when her cupcakes spawn, you have to flash them and make them go away. Foxy, you just have to stare at in the cameras. He kind of does a bit of a break dance, which I'll show you later on. And it actually never talks about Bonnie. So Bonnie, if you spot him, he will break your camera. Let's break it. More like deplete all of its energy all at once, and you have to go and replace the fuse. And yep, that's it. That's all the tutorial we get there. So again, like clockwork, Freddy shows up during the first half hour of the night. He's off to the side closet on the right side. I'm not aware that actually I need to point it towards the right side. So I missed his encounter there, and I wasn't able to blind him because I wasn't aware of that fact. It also doesn't show on camera, but I get a Steam achievement called Spatial Disorientation. For flashing the incorrect side, so that was just a wee bit embarrassing. Alright, 15 minutes from one here, I get a take 2. I managed to successfully flash Freddy this time. He screams at me, close the door on him, and 1 hour has all of a sudden just passed. So during the first couple hours of the night, your clock progresses at a normal rate, but at which point I believe 2 or 3 o'clock it starts to glitch out depending on how far you are into the game, and from there the only way you can progress through the hours is by finding Freddy and blinding him. So at around 1 a.m. here, I go to check my one of my cameras here, and so Bonnie smacks the shit out of my camera, breaking it. So now I have to replace the fuse. I was not aware that he could spawn this early, so definitely a big difficulty increase compared to the original here, considering that most animatronics can just spawn in pretty much whenever they please. The only exception is Chica, which the earliest I've seen her encounter is around 3 o'clock. And that's assuming that you get really good Freddy spawns to fast forward the time. So this is around the same point as well when I have my first Foxy encounter. He just kind of hangs out, like just floating about, and you have to stare him in the eyes to make sure that he goes away. It's been a while since I've seen Freddy. I finally spawned him off to the third camera out here outside, off to the right. Finally managed to flash him for the first time in about 4 minutes, so that was a huge relief. Finally, clock is struck in 3. I go to replace some fuses here. I also noticed that I'm starting to kind of lose my marbles here. The very clean room before now has newspaper clippings all over it. There's weird drawings on the fuse boxes and on the drawers throughout the room. And a mysterious painting has just appeared in the middle of our room here, which was not there before. So, yeah, kind of losing it. So from around 3 o'clock to I'd say around 5, the gameplay loop changes significantly with like Chica entering the frames and so forth. However, afterwards it's kind of just repetitive. So after our first Chica encounter is explained here, I'm just gonna kind of skip ahead with the Freddy getting blinded here, so that way we can just skip ahead to the ending, because it's not really that interesting to watch, because it's just the same thing over and over again, unfortunately. So it's around 5 o'clock here, and then we have our first Chica encounter. The little sound effect plays, and then this Chica will spawn in. However, obviously I need to deal with Foxy or anything else. Otherwise, I will die, unfortunately. I do see Freddy in the front right here, so I do go and flash him first. That's our 6th blinding for Freddy, so that's pretty good. So we just need to find these little ice fuckers and flash them, and then that makes Chica go away. Unfortunately, there's really no way to tell where they are, because the directional audio doesn't really work too well, at least on my device anyway. So you just flash all 3 of them, and then that makes Chica go away. However, later on into the night, 4, 5, and then I believe eventually 6 cupcakes can spawn in total. So you need to make sure that you have a full flashlight battery, so that way you don't end up getting screwed over by a dead flashlight and then have to change a fuse. So then I find Freddy in the front right here. I'm checking around for Foxy just to make sure that he's not spawned and about to kill me. and then I go to the front right afterwards to Flash Freddy here. And at which point here I'll just skip ahead to our multiple Freddy flashes and to the ending.
Hello?
Creator, you are getting close.
How is any of this
The
possible?
threshold, the path. I can see the end.
What are you? What does that even mean?
Can you?
So at which point Nikson just hits us with the to be continued. Couldn't really say that this demo was bad at all, man. I enjoyed this demo. It was definitely intuitive gameplay wise. It definitely brought back a lot of elements from the old game while also keeping things fresh and new and adding a nice degree of difficulty to it. I really look forward to the full release here in 2025. Definitely gonna pick it up and start recording on that the second that I get my hands on it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace.